Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Tuesday, June 17, 2025. Today we'll cover market moves in technology, communications and healthcare indexes, stocks, and ETFs. I'm your host Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Tech-related indexes closed lower today. The Nasdaq 100 ended at 21,719, down 218 points. The technology sector and the communication services sector both maintained strong positive trends. The healthcare sector dropped 1.6%, marking its third consecutive down day. Market breadth shows mixed signals. The Nasdaq Composite Index saw declining stocks outpacing advancers 1,732 to 1,325. The healthcare sector showed nearly balanced advances and declines at 515 to 527, despite its downward trend. Returns analysis reveals the technology sector leading week-to-date performance, up 0.79%. The communication services sector shows consistent strength year-to-date, gaining 6.45%. The healthcare sector lags, down 3.4% year-to-date. Among top performers, Jabil surged 8.8% to a new all-time high of 196.89. CrowdStrike also reached a new record close at 492.3. Western Digital showed strong upward volatility, gaining 2% to 58.57. Looking at returns, Jabil leads week-to-date with a 12% gain and impressive 36.8% year-to-date. CrowdStrike shows remarkable year-to-date strength, up 43.8%. Western Digital maintains strong momentum with a 30% year-to-date gain. Among decliners, Enphase Energy plunged 23.9% to a one-year low of 34.92. First, solar dropped sharply by 17.8% amid strong downward volatility. Adobe fell 4.7% to 382.68, showing increased volatility. Return analysis shows Enphase Energy down 49% year-to-date, leading declines. First Solar has fallen 18.3% year-to-date, while Arista Networks shows similar weakness, down 18.9% for the year. Nasdaq-related ETFs showed mixed performance today. Tues ended at 529.4, down 5.25 points, while Vanguard Information Technology closed at 629.19, dropping 4.66. VanEck Semiconductor maintains a very strong upward trend despite today's slight decline. The leveraged ProShares 3x Bull fell 2.9%, while its inverse ProShares 3x Bear gained 3%. Looking at returns, VanEck Semiconductor leads the group with a notable month-to-date return of 9.1% and year-to-date gain of 8%. Vanguard Information Technology shows strength with a 3.8% month-to-date return. The leveraged ProShares 3x Bear has declined significantly year-to-date, down 27.8%.
Looking at stocks and tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Microsoft and Meta platforms show very strong positive trends despite small declines today. Apple stands out with a very strong negative trend, falling 1.4%. Alphabet has been trading sideways for 4 days. Year-to-date returns show significant divergence. Meta Platforms leads with a 19% gain, while Apple has declined nearly 22%. Microsoft shows strength with a 13.4% gain, while Alphabet and Amazon are slightly negative. Semiconductor stocks show notable strength today. Peraso leads with an 8.7% gain, followed by Arteris, up 5.4%. Max Linear and Mobix Labs show gains of 5.3% and 3.9% respectively. Sequans Communications broke out after 9 days of sideways movement. Week-to-date performance shows Mobix Labs leading with a 12.7% gain. Peraso, Arteris, and Max Linear all show strong gains above 9%. Year to date, however, most are negative, with Mobix Labs down 55%. Cloud computing stocks show strength. CrowdStrike reached a new all-time high, gaining 2.6%. Cloudflare hit a one-year high after rising for 3 consecutive days. Dell Technologies shows strong upward volatility with a 1.9% gain. Year-to-date returns are impressive in cloud computing. Cloudflare leads with a 68% gain, followed by CrowdStrike at 44%. Palo Alto Networks is up 11%, while Dropbox shows a slight decline of 3.6%. In AI and robotics, Dynatrace leads today with a 2.6% gain amid strong upward volatility. RTX achieved its third consecutive all-time high close. Umbrella remains flat for 3 days, while showing a mixed negative trend. Month to date, Oceaneering International leads with a 14.8% gain. RTX and Dynatrace show strong weekly gains of 1.9% and 5.4% respectively. Year to date, Ambarella lags with a 28% decline. In Thematic ETFs today, automation closed at 28.52 with a strong upward trend and 2 consecutive up days. Industrial and logistics ended at 27.98, breaking downward after 3 days of consolidation. AI and Innovation Fund and AI and Technology both showed very strong positive trends despite closing lower. Looking at returns, AI and Innovation Fund leads the week-to-date performance at 1.9%, while Spear Alpha ETF follows at 2.7%. AI and Technology shows the strongest year-to-date return at 8.5%, significantly outperforming its peers in the longer term. Electric vehicle stocks showed weakness today. BYD and Polestar both fell 1.8%. NIO declined 2.2% to 3.44, showing a very strong negative trend. Lucid remained flat at 2.15, continuing 4 days of sideways movement. In the returns analysis, XPeng leads year-to-date performance with a remarkable 57.1% gain. BYD follows with a 44.9% increase. However, Lucid and NIO show significant year-to-date losses of 28.8% and 21.1% respectively. Quantum computing stocks declined broadly today. Honeywell International fell 1% to 221.79, marking its third consecutive down day, with some downward volatility. TE Connectivity dropped 1.1% to 163.66, breaking downward after 3 days of consolidation. Looking at returns, Summit Hotel Properties leads month-to-date gains at 8%, though showing a 31% year-to-date decline. TE Connectivity demonstrates the strongest year-to-date performance with a 14.5% gain, maintaining consistent positive momentum. In solar stocks, Zeo Energy gained 1.2% to 3.20, showing a very strong positive trend. Tigo Energy rose 0.82% with 2 consecutive up days. Shoals Technologies declined 1.4% despite maintaining a very strong positive trend. Analyzing returns, Tigo Energy leads with a strong 27% month-to-date gain and 23.9% year-to-date return. Spruce Power Holding shows the largest year-to-date decline at 35%, while maintaining 9 days of sideways movement. In thematic tech ETFs, cybersecurity funds are showing strong upward trends. First Trust, Nasdaq Cybersecurity ETF, and ETFMG, Prime Cybersecurity ETF, both closed higher for the second consecutive day. Global X Cybersecurity ETF maintains a very strong positive trend despite a slight dip. Cloud computing ETFs are experiencing more sideways movement. Looking at returns, Global X Cybersecurity ETF leads month to date with a 3.78% gain. First Trust Nasdaq Cybersecurity ETF shows the strongest year-to-date performance at 15.45%. Global X Cloud Computing ETF lags behind, down 4.51% year-to-date.
And with that, we wrap up another end-of-day technology deep dive. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host Sally Short. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.